Om Shanti, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you're located in the world. Or as we say in the Brahma Kumaris, Om Shanti, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. What a topic we're focusing on today. Is all of this predestined? Or am I making decisions? I was just told in the studio I was getting my hair ready and it was not on mute. And I was saying, is that predestined? That everybody gets to hear that we have to prepare the show before I go live? I tell you, everyone out there, just think about your life. Think about things like what's happening in our world today. And as much as we try to put things together and make our lives the best that it can be, haven't you noticed how life has a way of offering a different version? Go back to when you were a young child, or let's say a teenager. Remember, you always met that auntie that asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? You're like, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, I want to be a firefighter, I'm going to be this. You ended up getting married, having 3 kids, and staying at home. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that you had this thought and idea, and then the drama brought something else to you, and you ended up in a different modality. When your auntie or your uncle asked you when you were younger, what do you want to do or be when you grow up? I want to be married with 3 kids to a guy called so-and-so or to a girl called so-and-so, and I want to live in this country. Has it worked out? Did it really work out exactly the way you thought? No. So is everything predestined, or are we making decisions? And is the decision that you and I make, was that predestined? And how do I look at my life now and live it as I'm supposed to if I feel whatever is going to unfold in my life, it's supposed to happen, so why bother? That was predestined for you to have that attitude. But then if inside of you you're feeling like, I want more out of my life, I want to learn more, I want to do more in my life, it is predestined for you to have a thought to want to do more in your life. And so it should initiate you to get up to do more. Because your desire to do more is a predestined call. So sometimes people used to ask me, where does that thought come from? Like, how is it happening for us that things are happening without us being any bit aware of why, the why? It's karma in the soul. My soul is on a journey. The soul, I, the soul, am on a journey. And you, the soul, you are on a journey. And so you have had so many experiences, and there are times that you've been stuck with a thought, with a feeling, with a person, with a situation, with a health issue. Stuck means you're moving slower. There isn't a lot of joy. There isn't the flow. Things are like rocky. That's a stuck period. But inside of you, you don't want this for yourself. Sometimes I've seen images, or one time I was in Vancouver doing filming, and there's an area that you drive by when you leave the studio. And I've not seen it in America, but I've heard about it in Philly. There's a section. But as we were driving, there were people addicted to drugs. They were leaned over. They were like this. They were standing, but they were like that. And I thought to myself, there was no way that soul wanted that for their lives. But is it predestined that there is a karmic pattern in the soul that they just kept wanting that spiritual high, but wanted the shortcut to it rather than doing the real inner work. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm sure those people that I saw on that row did not ordain for themselves to live like that. There's something predestined for them that only the universe and their own souls know. But I bet there's an energy in them, there's a thought in them that is saying, I don't want to do this. And that thought in some way is a predestined call for the soul to act on it and say, I have to do something else because that's predestined. But it's almost as if they're repeating something that is destined. Let me do the drug again. I have to get this high one more time. I'll get out of it. The moment I get this high, I'm done. This is my last time. But the soul is thinking in the same cycle of the drug being the solution. And maybe that was predestined because that's the pattern of the thought. Just saying, it's a real deep, mysterious conversation here. So let's say that on this day, you and I are supposed to be together having this conversation. It was preordained, it was predestined. Who put it there? My ego doesn't need to answer that. Why did I choose this show out of all the shows in the world? I don't need to answer. Oh, I like Sister Jenna. Oh, I like the simplicity of it. It's genuine. It's my food for the soul. It was predestined that we were supposed to meet like this. There's an energy that is bigger than my ego and attachment. It's bigger than your ego and your attachment. And there's something so powerful about our lives being preordained. In the teachings of Raj Yoga meditation, of the Brahma Kumaris, and it is something that I continue to observe and have a deeper sense of saying it makes sense. Like we're in a cycle of life. And things are going around, coming around, and it's almost as if it's eternal, it's not stopping. I'm going through phases, I'm coming out of phases, I'm going through phases, coming out of phases, and it's all cyclical, it's all like infinite to some extent. And one of the most important things to include in your destiny is your connection and love for God. Give it a thought. When you make this loving connection to God, aren't you making that preordained for you too? That I want to have a deep relationship with the divine that is preordained in my life, and maybe through the next normal it's your entry, or maybe you already have it, or maybe you're doing it in your own tradition, or maybe you stay at home and do your thing. But this energy of God, God's light and love in your heart, to make that predestined, I believe 8 billion souls are preordained to have God's energy recorded in their subconscious. I believe that. It is preordained for 8 billion souls to have the recording of God's energy in their subconscious, in their personality, in their souls. That's a powerful thing to accept. And whether I focus on that attention and feed it or not, it's preordained. For whatever reason, for this soul, over 30-something years, I'm having my connection to this source of light. I can remember as a child, I always wanted to come to God to help people who were mentally not well. I was 4 years old when I had that thought. But that wasn't my journey. I went somewhere else and then eventually found the light again. Could happen to you. It was preordained, I guess. One of the benefits of having this mindset that my life is predestined, but I still feel that in my preordainedness, those thoughts that are trying to take me out of limits, those thoughts that are trying to direct me to find another way, that too is my preordained self calling me. And don't forget, it is preordained for 8 billion of us to have the recording of this energy of God's light in my subconscious and my personality. That is huge. So no one can say that I don't know how to remember God, I don't know how to experience God, my God is Christian, my God is Jewish, my God is Hindu, my God is black, my God is white. That is your ego speaking. But at a spiritual level, 8 billion of us have the preordained power of God's energy of love and purity recorded in the soul somewhere. That is so big. And that's why when we perform actions that give a lot of sorrow to people, we have a conscience bite. That's one. If we perform an action that gives sorrow to people once and twice and 5 and 10 and 20 times, and we stop listening to the conscience, we bury the memory of God's love so deep that we no longer hear or feel the conscience. But there comes a point in time I reach a level where it is so full in me of my negativity, it overflows, that something comes in my life that will catch me, that will stop me, that will redirect me, that will awaken me to what I have done. They call it punishment, judgment, retribution, settling of karmic debts, whatever it is. It's your energy trying to come back in alignment to its true sense of worth and self. And that is preordained. Let's take a little moment of meditation from my Om Shanti album, one of my tracks that I like a lot. It's called Déjà Vu. And it means, haven't I seen you before? Don't I know you? Isn't this already fixed? I've met you before, right? Enjoy this meditation. Déjà vu. Living in the dream of déjà vu. I've seen you before. I've heard you before. I've known you before. I now have the chance to experience life once again. I can feel it. I've been here before. The memory remains deep in the soul. I can't forget those glimpses. The memory that says, You know me. We've done this before. This déjà vu is familiar, yet I'm seeing it with new eyes. I've done this before. I've been here before. It's déjà vu. Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed that meditation on déjà vu. Let's go to our awakened intelligence and let's see what it means. Is life predestined as per the Brahma Kumaris? Well, according to our teachings, life is not entirely predestined, but it follows a cyclical, eternal drama where everything that happens is a part of a repeated cycle of time. Well, that's powerful, right? You go back and read this. So the eternal world drama, as per the BK teaching, it operates in a 5,000-year cycle that repeats identically. Everything that happens, each soul's role, relationships, victories, and challenges occurs in a precise repetition with each cycle. What seems like destiny is actually the result of the soul's accumulated actions, karmas, over countless cycles. Isn't that powerful? So karma and choice. The law of karma is central. Every thought, every word, and action creates energy that returns to us. Every thought, every word, and action creates energy that returns to us. So don't think you're helpless. In each moment you have the power of choice, and your present actions shape your future experiences, both in this life and in the next cycle. So while the broad pattern of life may repeat, predestined in the sense of cyclical return, you still have free will to some extent. Because once you're getting that thought, you act on it. The other one? Spiritual responsibility. Teach that through meditation, self-awareness, and elevated thinking, we can change our inner world, improve our karma, and thereby positively influence our future. In summary, is life predestined in the Brahma Kumaris worldview? Yes, in the sense that the world drama repeats in a fixed pattern. Is there free will? Yes. Within each cycle, your actions are your own and your karma shapes your journey. What's the goal? To become spiritually aware and live a pure, powerful life that uplifts yourself and others. That is fantastic. Let us move towards our beautiful Sister Gita, who had an extremely unique predestined role. Let's take a listen to the Sister Gita effect.
Inspiration. How can we serve those around us? By making our lives inspirational and interacting with tact and wisdom. Even if there isn't the chance for actual conversation, we can learn to take in each other's presence in a positive way. How powerful. The knowing that there is goodness in everyone and making their specialities our own. don't pay attention to their defects. This creates an atmosphere of love and regard, which makes it easy then for us to share spiritual experiences. We should be so cheerful and our lives such examples that they say, here is an angel. Thank you. Have a contemplative day. Okay, take care. Om Shanti.
Beautiful. Isn't she amazing? Da-da-da. Actually, I think she has a segment here on destiny, if I'm not mistaken. I remember that there was a part here. Thanks to everybody who has been sending in their feelings about the book. There was one that she had here on destiny and drama of life. I'm sorry, I didn't choose it before for the show. But I will. Maybe I'll just read one for you. This one is on feelings. People have experienced a lot of deception in their lives. There has been a lot of exchange of everything that is false. So feelings have been destroyed. It is why some people have stopped feeling altogether and have rejected the world. However, when a soul starts receiving something from God, the heart will open up. That's so nice, huh? So let us take God's love and have pure feelings. Let us experience what pure feelings are. Let us have trust in each other and faith in ourselves. Let us learn love ourselves. Let us have purity in our feelings and we can experience love. Let us take from God and give to others. When we have very powerful good wishes for others, good feelings for others, those feelings reach them. We can help each other through the power of our pure feelings. Deep in my heart, there was just this one feeling. Just as I've received so much from God, may all of God's children receive the same from the Supreme Being, the Supreme Parent. Page 146. Now don't forget our new initiative, Creating a Home of Peace. There are 7 steps. If you go online to the Meditation Museum, you can start it. No cost. It's free of charge. If we make every home peaceful, we'll be able to have a better world. Thank you all for joining us, all of you online and on comments all over. Lots of love. Thank you for your support, your good wishes, your love and care. Have a beautiful day today and enjoy the song now from one of our students in Los Angeles. Take care.
We are royal students of the light, learning truth in the depths of night. The soul remembers where it came, a silent spark beyond all name. Let go of all that pulls you down. We're not the pride of robe or crown. Be simple, clean, and free of show, and let the light within you grow. Who am I and why am I here? You're a soul still bright and clear, sent to serve, to lift, to heal, to help this world once more feel real. The one gives power, peace, and grace to carry you beyond time and space. calm in chaos, steady in storm. Their love brings peace to those they meet, with quiet hearts and open seat, with a big heart and broader view. They make lost ones feel they belong to, with wings of zeal and hope so wide. They lift us where the light can't hide. Be a trusty light and clear. No fear, no loss, no need to steer. One strong thought, sincere and true, brings 1,000 blessings.